It's alright. So far, so good.
Okay.
Picking up a bowl of protected popcorn.
Well, seem to be good.
I'm passing you the bowl of protected popcorn.
I have the bowl of protected popcorn. Oh! I'm going to pass that back to you. What's this? I found a thing!
You found a thing?
I found a thing! Oh, what it is. They obviously left us a present.
Like what kind of present?
With the look of his face, it doesn't look too favourable.
Well, it says Star Wars Episode 10. The Force is Famil. Oh no. The Force is female.
Oh.
Must be Ragweed.
But I'm guessing this must be a draft of the next Star Wars movie.
Dun dun dun.
Should we have a look?
Go on then.
What is it?
I don't know, it's kind of written in some kind of shorthand or something. I can't make it out, but you don't know if whiff of fish sticks.
Maybe movie.
Good welcome. It is Friday. It is our last episode of the month. Hello, my name is Max.
Oh, my name is Sam.
I'm Shane. Hello.
And we are gathered to examine Act 3 of The Devil's Turn, which sees the Devil's Rejects going up against our lovely friends, the Hillbillies from Wrong Turn,
And
which I have got...
College kids!
And college kids as well, and one half of the Unholy Two for good measure as well. I do actually have, I figured out which one's which now. So the guy with the arrows, who's got like the whitish kind of shirt, I think that's One Eye, and the big guy in the red shirt, he's called Sawtooth.
Right.
As in Danny Trejo.
No,
that's the Hillbillies.
I was the mutants.
Thank you, everybody who has been checking out the channel recently and showing us your appreciation with likes and views and subscriptions and everything. I'm just going to play. That's all I can say, really.
Yeah.
So, before we jump into this, two very quick things. First of all is our poll. If you've been watching, you'll know that it went up on Wednesday on our Patreon page. What else was I going to say about it? Oh, yeah, on the community tab. It'll also be up on our Instagram story today as well. And it will also be on our Twitter, which would have gone up on Wednesday. Those will be running through until midday tomorrow. And then at the pitch meeting for next month, we will announce whether or not you think what we've done here qualifies as a maybe movie or not.
So, get voting quick as you can.
And our last shout out.
Shart out. He just supplies so much free material.
I thought I was bad, but he's just as bad.
Must remember vocal warm-up.
Must remember speech, brain activity, mouth.
See, you think I'd know this because when I was a kid, my dad had a sign put up on the inside of the toilet door that just said, always make sure your brain is engaged before you put your mouth in gear. I remember the sign, but obviously I haven't learned the lesson.
Because otherwise, you open your mouth and sound comes out, and sometimes that's not good. That was my phone, sorry.
You get reception in Delirium?
Now, what the hell's going on here? You've got some explaining to do, son.
Yeah, I've got 4 bars.
Wow, we have to make do with the possessed radio in the other room.
You have a possessed radio? Why haven't I met this thing?
You don't want it.
Why not?
It crawls inside and looks out of your eyes.
Oh, what? Oh, I haven't had that before.
So yes, the other thing is our final shout out for the month, and this is for our good friend and occasional Deliriumite, I think we said, or was it Delirium or Naught? I can't remember what we'd agreed, but this is for Chris Smith, who is a good friend, great filmmaker, who runs Television Bandits, his own film company, and also has a channel as well on YouTube called Crisscross Apple Sauce.
Do you know, it's funny. I've heard of this guy, Chris. I've never met him. How freaky is that? We've never crossed paths in the Delirium.
It's funny, that, isn't it?
Isn't it? But yes, hope you're doing okay, buddy. Hopefully we will see you again here soon. And please do go check out his channel and give him some love.
Please do.
Okay, so Act 3.
Yes. So we've got the kids up a tower.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Baby and Otis
Holed up somewhere, having fixed up his leg.
trying to fix up his leg and staking out the spot.
Danny
and
Trejo's with the other guy till he passes away and then getting tooled up himself.
And then you've got the inbreds who are running around using torches and possibly toasting marshmallows.
So I don't know about you guys, I'm currently on 3.
I am on 1.
I think I
I'm
did...
on 2.
Yes, yours is up there somewhere. I think it's behind the wrong turn thing.
No, it's inside the wrong turn.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I put it inside.
Oh, you did? Okay, fantastic. Interestingly enough, I saw something online the other day, and I was like, oh, that could have been a really good mashup as well. John Rambo takes a wrong turn.
Oh, that would also have been interesting.
Yeah.
That's another one I would have thought of.
But that's not where we are.
Yes, this is what we have. I'm going to say this straight away. We're in the 3rd act and we've got way too many live bodies going on.
We
here.
Hello!
We do, absolutely. But I think that's going to... I think, again, well, by the end of this, we will have...
Wiped them all out! Eradicated them all!
Destroy them.
Yes, separated
Sorry.
the wheat from the chaff.
Indeed.
I don't know what came out of me then.
You said you got the torches moving through the light.
Yeah, they're moving. Yeah.
So do we want to say then that the kids, they could be like our instigator as to like the next bit of action?
Well, obviously
Are we saying that they're going to do the same thing and try and get out into the trees?
Well, they're in the radio tower, so yeah, obviously they're going to try and get out of the trees when they realise that the inbred have started to set fire to the wood on the legs of the radio tower. They're going to be like, "Oh my god, they found us!" You know, and it starts smoky, and then it gets a bit toasty and marshmallows, and so they try and get out, and they climb through the window.
We're forgetting something.
What?
They're being staked out by Baby and Otis.
Yeah,
so
but with Baby and Otis,
So are Babies and Otis just going to sit there and watch them set fire to the thing without doing anything?
I think that happens. They set fire to the thing, so we get that bit. The guys up in the tower, will come to them in a minute. While the rednecks are occupied with them, or the hillbillies are occupied with them, that's when Baby and Otis can spring a trap to try and attack attack our hillbilly friends. Because they're exposed, because they can see what they're doing.
Yeah, because they've got the torches
Yeah.
going and everything.
Although, obviously, the only thing we have to take into account as well is that they know those two are still out there, so they won't be just completely focused on doing one thing. One of them is probably keeping an eye out.
yeah. So maybe it's Baby who instigates an attack against them, while Otis is still trying to bandage up his leg and preparing a weapon at the same time.
I forget, does Baby have a gun or is she still just with her knife?
I think she's still got a knife at this point. So
Okay.
she...
Well, we did say that they went back to the car and got
Oh
tooled
yeah,
up, so she
yeah.
would. So
They did get tooled up, so she could potentially have a gun and a knife.
plus,
Okay.
also we've lost Spalding, so she could have picked up whatever weapon he had.
Yeah,
So either way, she's loaded.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. She's loaded and she's pissed off.
Are we going to let the kids run through? They're the only bit of the original plot that's still running through as normal. They're still going to do their thing and try and get out onto the branches and get along.
Assuming that they get the chance to set the thing on fire, then yes, of course, that's the only way out for them.
Yes. So we'd still, again, potentially have Three Finger up the tree chasing after them.
My favourite bit is about to come up. So I love this bit in the movie.
Boom.
The half cap.
Half cap.
Yeah.
Double tap last time, there was a half cap.
Yeah,
We're gonna. I'm happy for that still to happen.
Yes, I mean, we've got too many people alive. This is the final act. We need to do some carnage here.
It's the young girl with the long brown hair, isn't it?
Carly.
Carly, yeah, I thought that was her
She-
name.
So goes across the tree, you got the
She
arrows.
goes across with the guy. They get across. Is Desmond, who played by Desmond Harrington.
Yes, I know him from Dexter.
I know him from Ghost Ship,
Oh yes, of course.
which
Yeah,
is
good
still,
call.
in my opinion, the best opening in any
It's
horror
a
movie
pretty
ever.
spectacular
That is an
opening.
amazing opening, yes,
Yes.
it is.
It's weird though because he plays obviously in sorry, bit of an aside. In Wrong Turn, his character's called Flynn,
Yeah,
and yet in Dexter, the character he plays is called Quinn.
going through the alphabet. Next thing you know, he'll be playing Hoin.
Quinn. But yeah, so obviously in place of him, we've got Steve. Stephen
And
does.
Chin.
Are they going to do him in yellow?
Yin.
Moving on.
Let's do that.
Sin.
Pin.
Hoin. Next.
We are moving on. Sorry. Yes.
Sorry.
So we get Stephen instead of Flynn. Leaps out of the tree. They follow him down.
Yeah.
We get our half cap, which well, I don't know whether we should do it now or save it for later. I'm thinking that one of the Fireflies, probably Baby, because she's kind of the crazy girl. I think she gets caught in one of their rope traps.
Ooh.
Okay.
But I don't know whether we want to do it now or string it out a bit later. Are we going to keep this running through until the next day so that we get the
this is the
cop
thing,
and
because I
things
did
like
sit
this?
down and rewatch this before we started again, because I was like, I need to refresh. And it does continue on longer, but we are not bound by the original plot.
No, we're not.
This can end when we say it ends.
Yes.
We could do this all now if we wanted to.
Or technically, we could just turn around and say, inadvertently, a bomb gets dropped on the lot of them and they all get eradicated. So there we go.
We could do that.
Yes,
It'd
but
be
this
kind of a
is-
shite ending, but we could do that.
It'd be funny, because especially if we had like a Return of the Living Dead style end.
This isn't Return of the
Yeah.
Living Dead. We can't.
Damn it.
Sorry, buddy.
So when they radio in at the top of the tower, everybody at the station is going, God damn it, we got rednecks! Get the nukes! Get the nukes!
Or it just so happens that they happen to be on the wrong frequency and they get hold of the general from Return of the Living Dead. Okay, so let's go step by step. So we know what's happening up in the trees. That can run through fine. The Three's finger gets knocked out of the tree and all of that. On the ground, Baby comes up, starts taking some shots at the other two, at Sawtooth
Oh yeah,
and
because,
One Eye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's Eliza Dushku and Finn who pulled the branch back to knock
Yes.
him down.
Yes, in this case it'll be Stephen because we haven't got Flynn.
We haven't got Flynn, but we've got him. He's still alive, so we can do that.
Yeah.
So he's kind of filling in for both roles
Yeah,
essentially.
he's kind of stuck that way.
What weapons are we giving Baby? So she's got a handgun and a
Also a
knife.
handgun and a Rambo knife.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I take it, does Danny Trejo have a machete?
He's got to have a machete.
Of course he has to have a
Gotta
machete.
give him
Of
a
course he is,
machete.
but that's there.
So I think, again, obviously, so he's going to be tracking them. She makes her first attack against One Eye and Sawtooth. Because don't forget, Sawtooth has a rifle as well, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah.
I did forget
So
about that.
maybe he's taking a few pot shots at the fireflies once he sees them.
Mm-hmm.
Baby takes a hit in the shoulder,
Yeah.
and as she takes the hit, blade goes flying out of her hand.
Mm-hmm.
And it hits one of the other guys, but not necessarily one of the rednecks, maybe one of the good guys, one of the teenagers.
They're up in the trees.
Maybe it hits One Eye as he's trying to take a shot at her with an arrow.
And then as she's doing that, as the arm goes back, she inadvertently pulls the trigger and takes a shot.
Well, I was going to say, if she gets hit, she's more like, she's kind of, I imagine that she'd back off. And I was going to say, it's as she's retreating
Wait,
into
hang on a second. I got confused. Did Baby get hit, or did she do the hitting?
No, she gets hit in the shoulder by Sawtooth.
Oh, right.
So he's taking shots.
So he takes the shot with the bow before she gets the knife off.
Yeah.
Right,
But
okay.
as her shoulder
she
goes
throws
back,
and fires as well.
Oh, so basically the two of them that are still there
So
get injured. One gets a knife in the shoulder, the other one gets shot somewhere.
yeah.
I'm going to suggest something different, if I may.
Okay.
Rather than the blade throwing, because we did that a bit last time, obviously, with the axe hitting Spaulding in the head and things like that.
Yeah, but she's handy with the blade.
I think it might work. She gets a shot off and she again, still gets hit in the shoulder with an arrow, manages to get a shot off, still got her blade. But because she's been hit, she tries to retreat, gets out of that situation, gets caught up in one of their rope traps.
Okay.
So she's hanging, trying to saw her way out.
Mhm.
Gets found by, I'm just going to call him Machete.
Okay.
You think he's going to go and take her out, but does what he basically grabs hold of her, takes the knife off her because he's noticed that where they've set the tower on fire, it's going to collapse in the direction where she's hanging.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Right.
So she gets squished by a falling flaming
that's
tower.
kind of vindictive as well. I like it.
Just leave her to die.
Yeah,
in
and
the
just
flames.
so the tower comes down on top of her.
Yeah.
But I like it. I do like it. I also think maybe that could leave a severely injured baby crawling out of the wreckage.
So you're thinking
burnt up and shit.
You're thinking post-credit scene then, possibly? Okay.
Yeah,
Because we have a post-credit scene
Yes.
already.
You know, I never noticed that. Honestly, the last time I watched it, I'd always turned off as soon as the credits came on.
Are we allowing them, the kids are going to... Because don't they disappear and they find somewhere to hold up until it's daybreak?
No, because it's almost dawn when they're going through the forest. When
Is it? I
yeah.
couldn't remember. Yeah, because I remember it's
climbing
night
through
and then
the
it's day
trees.
again, and I couldn't remember whether they found
Yes,
somewhere
it's
to hold
about
up.
dawn. That's when they see the truck coming up the road, and just before they can call out for help, she gets snatched.
She gets snatched, doesn't she? Yeah. We've still got all three of our rednecks.
We need
Obviously,
to off one of the rednecks immediately.
We do need to off the redneck.
We've got to even it all up.
so I think then what we get is Sawtooth, which is again the red.
Because what we've done is a bunch of stuff that still hasn't killed anyone.
Yes. And we need to kill
We have-
him.
well-
Apart from the head chop, but that's
Apart from-
one.
Well, we've done that.
That's one out of about 7
Well,
people.
as far as I was concerned, again, obviously, I agree. We could do a thing with Baby if you want to, but at this point in the movie, as far as we know, Baby is dead.
Okay, so that's 2.
So I was going to suggest then, what you get is you get Sawtooth, which is the red shirt, and Three Finger chase after the kids. Mm-hmm. One Eye is patching himself up after being shot by Baby, which is when you get Otis come in, does a surprise attack and kills him.
I think he should decapitate him, really, because it's Otis.
Yes, we need deaths, but I think, again, with third act, it needs to be a fight. We need to have a proper fight here between them.
Yeah, we can have the fight,
Yeah.
but I think Otis needs to decapitate him, because basically, at the end of the day, it's either decapitate him or he wears his face. Because we haven't had Otis wearing anyone's face yet.
I was going to vote for Otis wearing the face.
Alright, we'll go for Otis wearing the face.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we can have a drawn-out, drag-out fight. 2 badasses having a go at
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah, exactly.
We can have a drawn-out fight. It's not
So-
just like smack, smack, smack.
Yeah, so we have a good old fucking scrap.
So,
And Otis uses Baby's knife to fucking skin his face.
Yeah.
if we just nip back to that little bit with Danny Trejo, when he's got Baby in the thing, he scalps her.
Oh, yeah!
Oh,
Yeah!
oh, yeah.
Obviously, if Whitell wanted him to let them know when he found them, well, there's no chance he's going to get up here. I need to take back something to prove that we found them.
Yeah, that's a proper moment.
Yeah.
So, we've got the 2 kids running through the woods. It's almost dawn. They're being chased by Three Finger and Sawtooth.
Yes.
One Eye is dead. Machete doesn't care about the rednecks, really. He just wants Otis. If we set it up pacing-wise, is that he gets to the scene where he's killed One Eye after Otis has moved on, so he can then start doing a bit of tracking. Right, they've gone this way.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, okay.
Just so I know where we're going, for the through line for the story. We still getting the cop, then?
Oh, we've got to have the cop.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta have the cop.
Because, I'm sorry, that's still one of the best kills in the fucking film.
It really is, yeah.
It is, yeah. So again, so instead of Flynn, it'll be Stephen who gets down there. So are we still saying that Elijah Dashkougar then gets grabbed by the remaining
Yep.
2 and dragged back to the house? We're going to take everything back to the house?
I think we should.
Feels like we have to, really, once we've gone this far.
How are we seeing this going down, then?
So, hang on a minute. So, at this point, the only ones we've got loose are Otis and Steve?
Otis, Steve, and Machete.
And Machete. Yeah. So, we've got three in play, plus two of the mutants.
Yeah.
They've gone back to the house. Right, I've got to ask a question, because I can see what Steve would do quite clearly. It's pretty clear-cut, some of the things he would do. What does Otis want at this point?
He wants the rednecks dead, obviously. I'm thinking the rednecks want everybody dead.
The other thing that Otis will want as well is...
But it's just because he knows that Danny Trejo is still alive.
Yes, so on his way back, he'll probably find what he thinks... Again, at this point, is the remainder. You'll find out that he thinks that baby's dead. You'll see the thing, you maybe see a bit of a clothing or something. But also the other thing that Otis will want as well is, because the Rangers SUV is the only working vehicle that we've got, so that's his only way out of the situation.
Okay, I see. That makes sense. No, what I was saying was, like, I suppose I was asking, is the final confrontation 3 different individuals converging one after another on the house? Or is it Steve going after Eliza Dushku whilst Danny Trejo and Otis have their showdown in the woods?
It's either that, or do we want
So,
to
like,
have...
2 fights going on at once,
I don't
or do
think
we
it should
want
be-
one continuous sequence at the house?
I don't think it should be in the woods. I think it should be at the house. And
Right.
that all-
So maybe Danny Trejo catches up with him just as he gets to the house.
The other option here as well is that one of them, either Otis or Danny Trejo, catches up with Steve and forms an uneasy alliance.
Yeah, because Danny Machete could actually...
Because he doesn't know anything about the kids at this point.
And
That
he'd be like,
requires him to overtake Otis.
That's true.
Not saying it can't happen, because
So-
Otis is wounded. He's going to be travelling a lot slower than
Yeah,
both Steve
that's
and
true.
Danny Trejo.
I mean, it might be more interesting if it was Otis and Steve, because they've already met.
Yeah, because then it would be like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Right, I'll help you get your friend back. I just want the vehicle. I'm getting out of it.
Yeah, and then he says, well, you better give us a lift back as well.
What do you think?
All right, because Otis has lost a lot at this point, and he is messed up. He's
he's
been
messed up.
up several times.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like, even though he's his badass self, he's kind of forced to negotiate. I
Yeah,
feel like
he's got no choice.
Yeah, I could go along with that. I feel like it makes some kind of sense.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Steve and Otis team up to go and get Eliza back from the house. Meanwhile,
Danny
Danny Trejo has caught up with them, presumably just as they're entering the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they going to do the same thing where they get... Oh, no, because of course they want to keep the vehicle. They're not going to drive the vehicle straight into the building, are they? The SUV. Because that's what they do in Wrong Turn, isn't it?
They drive the Ranger's SUV through
Yes.
the house.
Because
And
in
then
that
run
version-
away in the old truck. But
Which we
it's
don't have
easily
that.
that you could swap it. They ram the house with the old truck and then have the SUV to escape with.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. and they leave the house, go up in flames, as it does in the movie. Otis, Steve, and Elijah get in the truck. But, obviously, before that, I've got to deal with Danny Trejo.
Yes, so they're coming out of the burning ruins of the house. Assuming everything in the house kind of goes roughly how we expect it to. Just moving around the edge of the truck through the big hole in the wall. They come out into the yard. There's Trejo.
As we said this time, they go to get to the SUV. The keys are missing. Danny Trejo's taking the keys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gives it to the kids so they can leave. You and me.
Yeah.
Him and Otis.
Okay.
Yeah.
One last showdown.
If you're going to do that, I think Danny Trejo's going to take it. I can't. I mean, Otis has been through a lot. He's badass, but I think
I'm going to intrude here, and I'm going to remind you that we are making ourselves a Rob Zombie movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm almost saying this is the point where it kind of devolves into a music video.
Oh, God.
And instead of it being a continuous sequence, it's like shots of them having a fight.
Yeah.
You know, so like Danny Trejo taking a blow and Joel going that way and punchy punch, and it would be just the lead into the credit sequence.
Have a star, they're over there, but have a star.
Thank you.
Definitely.
But I also think that we should have Supercharger Heaven playing over this scene as well.
Yeah, absolutely agree.
So we're saying ultimately Danny Trejo takes him, or do you want to leave it ambiguous?
I'm inclined to, I mean, this is Rob Zombie, so I'm inclined to leave it a bit ambiguous. And then, of course, you cut away to the, no. You have Danny Trejo win, because then it follows on that baby in the post-credit sequence makes some kind of sense as to what's going on.
But for that, I mean, obviously, I think we've all got a kind of ideas about what we think should happen. I think it should be her, as you say, dragging her way out of the wreckage, burnt to fuck. Obviously, she's been scalped.
Yeah.
And then you just get Three Finger pop up going...
No, I think it's a good idea in theory, but my twist was Otis pulls through, Otis gets up, he goes to the truck because the kids are waiting for him because he promised.
I think the kids would have gone. I honestly think they get the vehicle and go.
But I'm thinking they get in the truck, Otis is there, they find baby crawling out, and they're driving, and all of a sudden you just hear 2 gunshots and 2 bodies being pushed out of the truck, and it's the college kids.
I don't like that.
There was a moment earlier on when I was considering things, and I did consider ending on that. I was going to say they would take the kids hostage and go on their usual routine of being terrible people.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like the ending that we've built really supports that. I'm sorry, mate. It is a good idea. But I don't know if it works. I don't know if it works with the ending we've crafted here. I like the idea of sequel baiting. That's why I like that, just having baby crawling out of the wreckage like...
And then obviously, we know Three Finger survives as well.
Yeah.
And Danny Trejo is left to make his own way out in some way.
Oh, but how about this for a cutscene then? Danny Trejo, injured, a bit fucked up, is about to make his way out when Three Fingers appears.
What, while he's fixing his truck? Because I know I think we said last time that his truck, they glue the tyres out, so he's probably fitting a spare on it or something.
Fixing his truck, camera pans back, it's a bit dark.
Okay, so I think we've all got ideas here. I mean, personally, I like the idea of baby being found by Three Finger.
Right,
I think that would be my vote.
Three Finger takes out machete, and the camera cuts to black as Three Finger has got machete, and he takes a slice.
I don't know. Personally, I don't know. We're going to have to vote on it. I think we've all got separate ideas. We need a definitive ending. I'm opting for Otis gets done, Danny Trejo survives, and the kids survive, and then we get the post-credit scene with baby being discovered by Three Finger.
Damn it, it's hard. I can see the merits of both endings, to be honest.
Yeah.
They both have merits.
I like the idea of Three Finger and machete. Kids get away. Baby is left. We don't know where she is. She's assumed dead.
You see, I like the idea of maybe even having 2, like having a mid-credits one. So a mid-credits one would be a baby emerging from the burning wreckage, looking all fucked up, going, and then at the end we would have Danny Trejo fixing his wheel, and Three Finger sneaking up on him with his own machete. I
like the double barrel ending.
Yeah, so it's almost teasing two possible sequels almost.
If we do that, I think then the second ending, rather than having Danny Trejo definitively killed, something should be creeping up on him, and he spins around and draws a gun, and that's
cut to black. Yeah,
I'd be happy with.
But you get the giggle.
Yeah.
You've got to have the giggle.
Somehow, it's again, first draft is a little bit of a mess.
It's always a bit rough sometimes.
Yes, but we have a finished movie. We're going to just take a couple of seconds, gather our thoughts, and then we'll cast our votes as to whether or not we think this one does qualify as a maybe movie. So we'll be right back. Okay, so stars-wise, I'm on 3.
On 2 for me.
I'm on 2.
Okay, so between the two of you, who wants to say yay or nay first.
I'm thinking, I think this is a pretty easy win. I think this is a yes. This is a maybe movie. It's got its rough spots, but like you say, it's a first draft.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's got a lot of potential.
And it is a Rob Zombie movie after all, so yeah, it will have plenty of rough spots.
Yeah, that is true.
So I'm guessing that's a yes from yourself as well?
You're really not sure, are you?
I'm really not sure. What's annoying about it is that I'm not sure, but I can't give you a reason why. It's
Okay.
just it's a feeling that I have. It just
You don't
doesn't
have to
feel...
like it. There is no rule that says you have to. Sometimes you just don't like something.
Mm.
You know?
I think it doesn't help again because I've never been a huge fan of the Fireflies, which is kind of weird because we've actually been able to give them, properly, put them through a ringer in this.
Yeah.
So I'm just having to wind back over everything that we've done. So
No worries.
I'm gonna have to say no. I'm sorry, but I don't feel there is something there. I think it could be really, really good. I'm just not sure this is it. It's
Okay.
weird. I've had this recently with films I've been watching. I thought they're really good conceptually, but the execution isn't quite right. So I'm going to be a no, I'm afraid.
There's nothing wrong with that. No need to apologise.
To you too. Okay, so and as always now it is over to you guys. So as I said, our polls will be running until midday tomorrow. Get in there, get back over the month, have a look at what we've done, and then let us know whether you think that The Devil's Turn should be a maybe movie or not, and we will announce the winner at the beginning of next month's pitch meeting. What do we do now?
I don't know.
Can I go home yet? Can I get
Here's
home?
a chance to test out a theory. You came in that way. Can you get back out that way?
Interesting.
Give it a go. Just get close.
Okay, fuck it. Let's try.
I'm sure Ziggy is missing you.
Cat time and cat logic is completely different to our time and our logic.
That's very true.
So to him, I've only been gone 20 minutes.
But he misses you nonetheless.
Yeah, but he's probably asleep.
He's missing you in his sleep.
I know Ziggy too well.
Maybe that's why we simply exist in a cat's dream.
Well, yes, that is one possible way of viewing things.
Go on then. Go. I want to see.
We need to know if this is going to work or not.
We need the empirical data.
Mind your foot. Oh God, I can't even get up. What the hell? Am I being engaged to the seat?
So I think maybe what you need to do is, if you came in frontwards, you need to go sort of backwards, like we're recreating the experiment that brought you here. Can you feel like the draw from the void?
No, not really. But
It worked.
It did.
It's a way out. Me first.
No! Wait!
Ba 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 ba.